Alrighty, guys, welcome back once again. We are live at the Leather Pocket in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. It is the LP Fall Classic. We have Jeff Wanless taking on John Savoy. My name is Grant. I'm sitting beside the one and only Miss Stephanie Toy. What's going on, Steph?
Still here, still kicking.
Still alive,
Final
still
day.
kicking. Yeah, final day of the live stream, guys. We are locked, loaded, ready to rock and roll. And we'll see if Mr. Wanless keeps up with his monster break that he had yesterday. He was the one that put me to the see you later side.
Starting off with rack number one. Good break by John there.
Got a little funny on the one ball here. Did make a ball on the break, so he does maintain somewhat control.
Yeah, it looks like he made the 4 ball. Good news, bad news. He doesn't have a shot at the one, but he can see the full ball. It's always nice when you don't have to push out your first shot.
Well, even here, it may as well be a push because he's going to have to try to play safe. Really well done. Nicely executed. Does leave a little bit of a jump shot here for Jeff. Up and over the 9 ball, just catch the edge of the 1. I believe is how he may attack this. Could go behind the 8 as well. Kick the 1 in the back end. Maybe off the rail, off the 5. Oh, he's calling direct. Calling the 5 ball. Issue I see here is the potential of the scratch, which I did more than my fair share of yesterday in this exact scenario. Good morning, Mr. Derek Moore.
Hey, Derek. Nice to see you.
Just like that.
That's how it's going to start, eh?
That's how my day went yesterday. I came up dry, and sorry, I didn't come up dry, but it was always in this same scenario. Really no shot or froze to the 1 ball. Had to try and play safe, and obviously they played safe back, and that was that. In off a ball and off to the see you later side. So now a decent looking table. 2 to the 3 might be the tester here.
He has a little bit of angle.
Oh, nice shot.
No problem.
And John has kind of climbed his way through the B side.
John's been shooting really well lately. He's
Yeah, he really
he's
has.
come a long way over the last, I don't even think it's been a year yet. He started coming into the Leather Pocket and just getting back into the game of pool. He's originally from out east, like in Maritimes, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And just kind of fell in love with the game again and the crowd. Obviously, we have a great crowd here at Leather Pocket. And he's been here every weekend ever since. So his game has come a long way.
Yeah, he's put a lot of table time in. And really run-of-the-mill table. Everything's dressed up really nice. Well, Michaela, how are you?
Hi, Michaela.
Doesn't want that. I kind of thought he might need to draw out of that shot and put the 7 into the same pocket.
Or I was actually thinking just roll the 6 ball in and then be able to shoot the 7 either into the side or to the bottom
corner.
left corner
Yeah.
there as we see it.
Yeah, just a touchier shot, right? Where in that scenario, I like not allowing my my stroke to have that touchy, especially first thing in the morning. I just want to be able to stroke through a ball. So I kind
Morning
of,
matches are a little bit of a demon
they are my devil, I'm telling you.
because your muscles just aren't connecting with the synapses
Yeah,
in your brain is
right?
just not going off. They're not firing.
The elbow grease is not warmed up at all.
That's right.
However, we'll probably see that start to happen as the match progresses, and we'll see if, like I said, if Jeff's break is the difference maker. It certainly was in my match with him. He was just pure in that break, table wide open. So John left himself a touch funny on the 8 ball. So could play the 2-way on the bank in behind the 10 for the 9 into the same pocket. Yeah, you as well, Michaela. We haven't really had a chance to talk since you got back from Puerto Rico. I believe our Jam Up meeting is tomorrow. But I did send a message to you through Messenger. I'm not sure whether you saw that or not.
For those of you who are tuned in on either Facebook or YouTube, Michaela is the glue that holds our Jam Up team together. So if you guys email in, have an order, have customization questions, Michaela is the one who responds back to you.
She's the doer of things.
She is the doer of all things. the Jam Up glue.
Oh, a little under hit here from Jeff.
This is part of the morning muscles.
Yeah. And it always seems to be that way. And you're more than welcome, Shirley. It is certainly a snowy day here in Calgary. It got a little cold and
It's
started
coming.
to snow, and yeah, here we are.
It's coming. The whole week is supposed to be minus 20 without wind chill, so I would say probably closer to minus 30.
Mm-hmm.
Probably what we're going to be.
Oh, nice bank shot from Mr. Wanless,
On the
opening
board
up the
first.
score. Yeah. And speaking of Jam Up Apparel, guys, if you haven't been as of late, there is the website address, jamupapparel.com. It is the final day for the Black Friday sale. 25% off the entire website. Use code BF25. And of course, it is applicable to everything on the website.
If you have your eye on something, I would definitely head over there today. We don't do a site-wide sale very often. I don't actually remember the last time we did the site-wide sale.
We've never done it at 25%, and I would suspect that that type of discount won't happen going forward.
You heard it from the horse's mouth. So get it while you can.
That's right.
That is a really good price. Happy Thanksgiving weekend to all of our American friends out there.
Yes, indeed. It's Turkey weekend,
It is Turkey weekend.
which I am a touch jealous of.
Well, because our Turkey weekend is long gone.
Long ago.
Our Thanksgiving, the Canadian Thanksgiving, is in October. So
You know what? Here's a thought, though, Steph. We have enough U.S. friends that we should actually celebrate their Thanksgiving by having a turkey dinner.
with all the American friends that aren't in Canada,
Yeah. We'll celebrate remotely with them.
right? Okay, well, you just get out there, find
Oh,
the
no,
turkey.
no. Let's understand.
Oh, now we need to clarify.
We have to clarify. I don't cook. I just do the eating part.
Right, it is true. But you are good at it.
I'm very good at that part. So we'll see whether Jeff's elbow grease is warmed up here and whether his brake is working the same as it was yesterday.
There you go. So
Right,
now
see?
now you've started something.
Right? See, gobble till you wobble. Laura's got it down. She knows what I'm talking about. See,
Well-
Michaela agrees as well. I think you're on turkey.
Well, maybe what we should do is head down for another
Oh,
Thanksgiving.
that's even a better idea.
Yes. We're not too far.
Look at this break. Look
Michaela's
at the
going to
table.
send us a turkey.
Look at this. Again, the difference maker, the break, and this table is just dressed, especially if the one goes by the 6, which I'm looking live now, and it goes full pocket. Nice little draw back to the left side of the table as you're looking at it.
Yeah, not too much trouble to get to the other end for the 2 ball. It is a hanger in that pocket.
It is, but I think the 2 to the 4 can get a little tricky.
No,
Yeah.
mean. A little bit of a cut into the side. He's
Oh,
fine.
I don't know if he's going to cut that or bank that. That's pretty steep to cut. Yeah, it's the bank. I'll send you a turkey. I love it. I'm holding you to that, Michaela. I'll be expecting a turkey. I'm pretty sure that you have our address. Nice bank shot and shape to boot.
Hits the 9 right in the face to hold it for the 5 in the
Right.
side.
Your face hit my knee.
Your face hit me right in the knee.
That was so classic.
Grant's amused by borderline movie lines.
It's so true.
That one got him.
Oh, that was a good one. You got to admit that was a good one. So we'll see whether Jeff draws this. I'm sure he will. Some draw with some left hand.
He's contemplating about it. He doesn't love it.
No, I wouldn't particularly like this shot, but I don't think he's got a choice. Yeah, draw left hand.
No problem.
The
Just
hit and stick for
little
the
pump.
2-0 lead. And of course, if you are just tuning in, guys, help us out. Smash the share button. There is the Revo Power. Just meant to touch draw that and drew it a foot into Never Never Land, but I think he'll cut this right-hand pocket. Turkey for Turkey Day. I'm in for that.
Speaking of Thanksgiving, we are super thankful for all of our viewers. We had a few hundred at a time yesterday.
Yeah.
During the end of the night. Had a good over 100 on Facebook and same on YouTube for a bit there. We got some hell of a matches coming up today because we are final day and the tournament is tightening up. We have our very own Jam Up sponsored players. Joe Spence, Ben Francis still on the A side, so you'll be seeing them coming up. I believe, a little spoiler, the next A side match that we'll be showing that starts at 1 o'clock, we'll hang tight after this B side match is done. But the feature match to start us off for the day is going to be Stephen Holem versus Sean McKay. That's always
a barn burner.
Always a barn burner watching these two play.
So here's the deal, especially if you're in Canada and it's snowing and cold outside, get your onesie on, grab some popcorn, a little bit of refreshment, and just have a day of watching Q Sports Live. We'll keep you entertained.
That was a hell of a break. Did you see that?
Yeah, of course.
Four balls off the break.
This is, I'm telling you, and it's such a difference maker. The issue is he's not on the one ball. He's going to have to push here.
You can't hear it, but John is giving him a bit of a hard time, and Jeff is trying to laugh it off, saying, oh, that was a one of, but Jeff's been breaking like a monster.
He's been killing the break. Push to the bottom rail. Not going to leave John a whole lot here. And I like just the separating safety. Send the one ball off the back rail to the right side rail and use the 7 ball and just hide the cue ball between. Or put the 7 ball between the cue ball and the 9 ball.
Guys, we are following along with both chats as well, so
Indeed.
If you are on Facebook or YouTube, feel free to chat us up.
Absolutely, and yeah, you got it right on YouTube. Those that are watching on YouTube, make sure you hit the thumbs up, the like button. That always puts that stream up in the availability. Bumps us up a little bit, which is good. Weird, Jeff playing without a hat. Yeah, isn't that true, Tyson?
His head looked extra
Look
shiny
at
just
this.
there. Did you see that?
Yeah, it's shining off the dome.
It was just the lighting. Extra shiny there.
Yeah, Jeff will make fairly quick work of this rack to take a 3-0 lead in a race to 7. So for those new to the format of this event, it is a race to 7 on the one-loss side or the B side. It is 10 ball played on the 7-foot tables. The A side is a race to 9, still 10 ball played on the 9-foot tables.
I love this format.
Yeah, I don't mind it.
It's
It's a test. I'll tell you what. So I lost out yesterday on the A side, playing on the 9-foots, and trying to go from the 9 to the 7 in fairly short order is a little bit of a challenge. I was over hitting everything. I couldn't hit the broadside of a barn. I got really lucky and got through that match, but
I was saying yesterday that playing on two size tables adds a different element
Yeah.
to the event. So if you've ever visited us here at the Leather Pocket, the room is set up where there's 8 9-foot tables on one side and then 8 7-foots on the other side. And when we have larger tournaments, plus 30 people, it just helps the organization and the flow of the event to be able to utilize 16 tables versus only 8. It's great for the players because there's not 2-3 hour wait times in between matches. We can kind of keep things rolling. But the nice thing is that the challenge of switching from a 9-foot table to a 7-foot table is one thing, but just the weight of your stroke. Sometimes we actually play 9 or 10 ball on the 9-foots, and then we go to an 8-ball game on the 7-foot. So then you have to change strategy. So then it becomes
a mind game as well.
Yeah, it's you have to change gears. And
This will be given back. Sorry, Steph. That'll be given back to Jeff. He just pushed out there. Go ahead.
Oh no, I lost my train of thought. It's gone.
It's a mind game going from the 9-foot to the 7-foot.
It truly is, and it's great because the players that are stronger normally on the 9-foot table are not necessarily the favorites on the 7-foot.
Yeah.
And vice versa.
Yeah.
Right. So
It's an equalizer tournament, and I like it.
yeah, it works well.
A good close-up of Jeff praying to the gods that he makes this jump shot.
Was that an actual prayer, or was he just checking out the score of the hockey replay?
It could be. Well, he's probably checking out the score of the hockey game, the replay, but I tried to put a twist on it until you shut me down there.
Shirley is inquiring what Jeff's break cue is. Of course, it is the BK Rush.
Indeed.
Just looking at it, it looks like the new one, the Tempest.
Look at this. He gets away with murder.
That is also the Air Rush that he is jumping with.
Yes. Jeff is everything Predator,
Jeff
including his shirt.
eats, sleeps, and exudes, let's just say,
Yes.
instead of Predator. He loves it, and it's great. It's great for us. He knows everything in and out about Predator.
He is a guru. I gotta hand that to him.
But the thing about Predator is that they're just doing so much for the game. So we're thankful to be affiliated with somebody like that.
Good attempt there from John. We'll leave Jeff that thin cut on the one to the top left-hand corner.
This is no gimme here.
No.
But if he can cut this real thin, come 2-3 rails around, that 2 balls a hanger in the side.
It sounds like he needs a Predator swimsuit for Vegas. That is not an image I want to have in my head, but thanks, Tyson. And look at it. This is, you know what? I've got Jeff's nickname. It's Jeff One Stroke. Wanless. That man just gets down and fires.
The one pump.
Yep. Just takes no time, gets down. One little.
Oh, he needed an extra pump there.
He did. Sometimes 2 pumps is good.
So what's John left with here?
Well, he's got the 2 ball.
And it's hanging in the pocket. So he can go 1, 2, 3 rails around to get back to the 4.
He doesn't even have to. He could just straight draw off the side because the 2 is so deep into the pocket.
Cut the other way,
Yeah.
yeah, I see that. Okay, you're right.
Tyson says, "Oh, Steph, so many things I want to say in this conversation."
Yeah, I'm sure. Tyson's never got a shortage of things to say.
Yeah, but does Jeff have Predator underwear?
I think
you
it's
know
on
what?
the list.
If there was anybody that did have it, it would be Jeff.
That's right.
If it was available at all. So 4 to the 5, really no big deal. It's the 5 to the 6 ball will be your game winner. Brady is actually on the B side, Jason. Lost out yesterday on the A side, is now battling on the B side. Had a really good match with Mark V last night.
So Brady and Vino, I think Vino actually had things to do today, or Brady had things to do this morning.
Yeah,
One of them went to each other last night. So they played their noon o'clock match late last night, and Brady took that one down. I think 7-4 was the score. So you'll see Brady back probably for 1 o'clock, a 1 o'clock match, the next round on the B side.
Yep. Guy Nicklin. I'm nope. Not going to do it. Not saying it. but a gooder. Jeff's the type that would laugh at that, I'm pretty sure.
I wasn't going to say anything, but
Yep.
I didn't want to initiate any conversations, but I'm not going to lie, it was also on my mind.
Wow, y'all are dirty. This is a family rated show. So I'm not sure. I missed how Jeff got to the table with John. I was assuming it was the 5 to the 6 because that was the challenge.
Yeah.
And Jeff going to come just a touch short on this, short a pace, but I don't foresee any issues with him making this, and he'll take a pretty commanding lead 4-0 over John Savoy in a race to 7 winner break. That is tough to fade. So if you're John, it is moving time. Time to get some numbers going on the board here. And we got to give a shout out to one of our local sponsors here at Q Sports Live. Of course, it is Nick's Q Innovations. He is the man with the plan when it comes to Q repair, maintenance. Has got a few things of his own, carbon fibers and jump cues.
Custom makes a lot of
Yeah,
stuff.
custom makes some stuff, and it is always good quality. Works extremely well. You can get a hold of him 403-667-3173, or you can find him on Facebook. Tons of repairs from out of towners. If you want Nick to do it, just ship him your repair. He'll get it done and then ship it on back to you.
I was saying, I think it was John and I that was on the stream yesterday. The nice thing about Nick is that he actually does really well in his regular 9-to-5 job.
Mm-hmm.
So the only reason why he does this Q stuff is literally just because he loves the people and the game and loves the art of the craft.
Yep.
So it's not a money grab. He actually cares about the quality of the work he puts out.
I won't say he's a great price. He's a fair price. But I've seen him fix things that just you shouldn't be able to fix.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not a terrible safety here using the 5-8. Did leave it in fairly close proximity to the 9 ball, but 9 ball being on the rail makes it a little bit of a tougher combo. And you're more than welcome, Jason. And once again, guys, if you're just tuning in, help out Steph and I. Give that share button a little bit of love, located down on the bottom left-hand side of your screen. If you're tuned in on YouTube, copy and paste the link into a few of your pool groups that you are members of. Make sure you like the stream on YouTube. That helps bump us up. Oh, nice shot.
What a great hit.
Yeah, really well done. Does he get the reward?
Not rewarded.
No good shot goes unpunished, as they say. And I'm not really sure what he's going to do here. Perhaps go in behind, clip the 1 ball in between the 5-8.
I think you just got to kick it and make contact, hopefully with enough speed or a soft enough speed just to leave the cue ball behind the 410.
I don't know if you can clip it that light and catch a rail after.
I don't think you
Right?
can kick and
I
stick
don't.
it.
I think no. I don't. I wouldn't want to see hit and stick because you're going to run into the 10 ball. I like purposely playing the cut. So when you kick, play that cut on the 1, send it over to the 5-8 ball. At least control 1 ball, one of those outcomes, right? If you can.
Weight is key here either way. Thank you, Henry. We appreciate every share, every like, every subscription.
Of course. Yeah, if you haven't done so, make sure you go onto our Facebook page and like us there and hit the follow button. And if you're on YouTube, make sure you subscribe there and turn on your notifications. That way you... Wow, he called the 8.
He did call the 8.
What a shot.
That was amazing. Fantastic shot.
A really, really good confidence booster for him. This will help get him on the board. What a shot. I can't believe he called that.
Nice little angle here on the 3.
Yeah, perfect.
Come back up center table for the 4. 5-10. Easy peasy.
Yeah, my thoughts exactly, Guy. Wow. So now, after a great shot like that, and I really like what John's doing here, he's just taking his time, right? Typically, when you make a great shot like that, you tend to increase your pace.
Well, the adrenaline's pumping.
Yeah, of course, right? So I really like what he's doing. Take his time, one shot at a time. Oof, wobbled the pocket, got a little bit straight on this 5 ball, so he may have to draw this right back to the back end of the table. That was sick. What a shot. They're giving us a treat here at the Leather Pocket on a Sunday morning.
First match of the day.
Right?
You don't really expect.
Who needs elbow grease when you can kick combo like that?
Right? I'm just looking live at the table here, and although it looks really straight on the screen, it does look like he's got a little bit of angle on this 5 ball.
I think no matter what, he's going to try to go forward. If he's got the forward angle, it's not terrible. I prefer that more than the draw.
Oh, he hit that good.
Yeah. Perfect will work.
Hit that great.
Yeah. Perfect does the trick to get himself on the board, keep himself in the game.
4-1 is definitely better than a 5-zip.
Ain't that the truth? And he can start to mount a comeback because in this format, it is winner breaks, right? And of course, we got to give one great big shout out. Let me just position this so that it shows better. We got to give a huge shout out to the Leather Pocket. Always the hostess with the mostesses. Staff is amazing. Food's been great. They always take care of us and all the players. They've kicked in $1,000 to this. 53 players we started with. Jeff heard me giving props to Leather Pocket. Oh, stop.
Making him blush.
Right? We'll see that bald head of his turn red. Yeah, it is moving time, that's for sure.
If you guys missed out on me saying earlier, do not go far after this match here. We're going to be starting back in with the A side, and boy, we got a treat. It is going to be, to start us off, Stephen Holem versus Sean McKay.
And that is a match on the A side, so you'll see 10 ball on the big table, the 9-foot. 1-7, a little funny here. So in order to make that 7, he might have to go rail first into the 1 ball. And hopefully that back cuts the 7 enough to pot it. Or he could, you know what, he could play the tick off. Right, just clip the outside edge of the 1 ball, carry through to pot the 7. Only thing I don't like about that is you have a potential to double kiss the 1 and send it back up table. Send it into a bad spot, hook yourself behind the 3. I don't really think there's a safety you can play, not with Jeff having that jump cue in his hand. Not really a good push out.
I like the carom.
Yeah, so that's what he's looking at. You
I
see
like
that?
the carom.
I like what he's looking at
here.
here. I really like what he's looking at here, which was the first shot I called. Off the rail first, connect with the 1, have the 1 back cut the 7 ball, pushes the 1 over to an empty pocket.
I think it just depends on how, we can't really tell how far that 7 looks out of the pocket.
It's
like
fairly,
the carom,
it's
just
fairly
clipping
out
off
there.
the as we're looking at it, the left-hand side of the 1 into the 7.
That's what he's doing.
Yeah.
Oh, he hit it perfect.
Yeah, wow.
Perfect weight.
That worked out great.
Bumped into the 3. So
Held the
from
1
here,
there.
your game-winning shot is, well, there's 2. 2 to the 3 and then 3 to the 5. 3 to the 5, I think, is a little bit tougher. You got a lot of empty space by that left-hand middle side pocket that you can draw off the 2-2. but the 3 to the 5, you're contending with the 8 and the 10.
Definitely want to get to that short rail.
And it all starts, this is the key. The key is this shot right here. From the 1 to the 2,
Oh, he's
that's
thinking
the
about
key.
it. John knows what he needs to do here. He's been playing real great.
Yeah. So I like him not doing a whole lot here. Draw to the left side of the table, just on top of the 10, just to the left side rail. Don't try to do too much. Typically, that's where things can go wrong.
Trying to get perfect on a ball.
Right, especially when you're back cutting into, it's not quite a blind corner or a blind pocket. He's looking at going forward. That's a little flirtatious for me, and then the angle coming out off the second rail is a little bit dangerous. Takes away from the angle of the cut on the 3. So I just like to draw straight across the face of the 10.
Oh, he jammed it.
He did.
Well,
But-
good news, bad news.
Yeah, he got a little bit of a reward. Now, depending, Jeff still may be able to get to that 5 ball just exactly where he's at right now.
Yeah, I think the 5 still goes.
But it is tricky. Got to get there off the 3 ball. Oh, but you got to do.
He hung it.
You
He
got to.
doesn't want it. He doesn't want it.
Oh my goodness. Too funny.
Jeff heard me. It was
Yep, busted.
a little backstory to that line is we were at a Westerns tournament up in Red Deer years ago, and one of our friends was so sick he had like bronchitis. He's hacking up a lung, and one of our other friends hung a ball for the win. It was like he had
Oh
a ball
my
in
gosh.
hand. And he hung this ball. And George just like yells at the top of his lungs, "He doesn't want it!" It was fantastic. I will never forget that moment. It was great.
Right? Oh, underhit. Huge underhit. Massive, massive underhit there. I can't hear a thing you're saying. Yeah, Steph's got some.
Yeah, hang on one second, guys. One of our
We've gotta
players
play doctor.
needs some drugs. I gotta get the
Some
mom
Adv-
the
let's-
mom bag.
Let's clarify that is Advil. Okay, we're not dealing over here.
Well, of course they always
a good
come
shot.
to me because I'm a mom and I'm always prepared with.
Listen, it's not because you're a mom, it's because you have me. Okay? I'm the
Also-
one that needs the Advil
Well,
and
dealing with pool players all the time.
Robax and all the other requirements that I need to get me through the day.
All right, let me just get this for Sean.
So a little bit tricky here on the 8 ball. If you try to draw, there's potential of running into that 10 ball, which is not going to land well. I actually don't mind the bank. The bank with the draw, I don't mind that shot. It sets you in good on that 9 ball. Because I think going forward off the 8 really isn't an option if you cut that into that right-hand side pocket. To draw off that brings in the top right-hand corner. And I think it's a little bit steep. And I don't know if you can just kind of stun that cue ball into the 8, cut it to the right hand, and by stunning it, go past the 10, into the side rail, to the end rail, and then to the 9. I can't quite tell with the angle that he's got whether that's an option or not. But we'll see what he does. Yeah, tricky spot. I think the best option here is the bank. Bank the 8 to the left-hand corner, or sorry, left-hand side pocket. Yeah, I think he was looking at that cut and just trying to tear him. Sorry, Steph turned the volume down inadvertently.
Well, pardon me.
It's all good.
The cord was too long and wrapped around the...
Oh, just off the horn. No, it's all good. I'll forgive you once.
You may not have a choice after that.
Yeah, right. Draw off the side rail and back out again. This'll give Jeff a pretty commanding lead, 5-1, race to 7. Provided, of course, he makes this 9 ball. I love what he did. Didn't try to overdo nothing. Took what the table gave him.
It's where we get into trouble a lot of the time, right? When you're trying to force perfect shape or better shape. Or
Yeah, and typically those are the ones that rattle and sit in the pocket.
Yeah, I mean, you've cut this ball a million times.
Yep. 5-1, commanding lead. Mr. Jeff Wanless over John Savoy, our starter match of the morning on the B side in this event. Started with 53 players. And it was a handicapped entry, depending on your Fargo.
It was
Leather
a great,
pocket, of course.
great turnout.
It
And
was, yeah.
I was actually saying yesterday, for those of you that are listening that usually attend these leather pocket tournaments, an announcement was made at the players' meeting that they will be adhering to the deadlines posted on the poster. So going forward, if there's a leather pocket tournament
Yeah, get in.
that you want to attend, definitely get your entry in and paid by the deadline. We actually had an opportunity to have this event filled.
Full and over full.
Yeah, we would have had a waiting list of people wanting to get in, but
They're adhering
Jeff
to that
opted
deadline.
to stay true to his deadline because who doesn't benefit from a well-organized event? It's way better for the organizers, way better for the players. We can get the draws done ahead of time. We can get prize pools figured out. We can get things posted. Way better for the players because they know that they need to get here early if they want to get some practice time in, what the parking lot is going to look like. We can just be all
Better
around
prepared.
way more organized, and it's better for everybody. On the flip side, also, if this is an annual event, which this one is going to be, this is our second year running, much easier to get sponsorship money and better prizes and, door prizes and door crashers and all this kind of stuff if we know that we're going to have, a full field or a half the field every year. So just something to keep in mind whether you're playing in, it's going to be happening here in Calgary for the leather pocket tournaments, but just to tournaments in general, wherever you are, try to register early. It just helps everybody out.
It does. So the break was phenomenal again. Right? Unfortunately, came a little bit funny on this 7 ball. And Chuck, this is being held at the Leather Pocket in Calgary, Alberta.
Undercut.
Is he going to get away with it?
No.
It's kind of on the 50-yard line, I think.
I like
He's
I
got
like
the
John's
back cut.
chances here.
Yeah, he's got the back cut into the side pocket. Looked a little steeper on the camera than what it is when I look live. Brackets, yeah, Quentin there on Challenge under LP Fall Classic, I believe.
Yeah, if anybody out there actually has the link and wants to put it in the comments, we can pin it for you. I just don't have it readily available here.
Usually David Wilson is our pin master.
Where is Dave?
Always right. Where
He
is
was on there
David
last night.
He was. You know what? He's a staple on Q Sports Live, and typically with Q Sports Live, whether it's us here in Calgary, this is the kind of the corporate, I guess, side of Q Sports Live out of Calgary. We also have Rod Arriagata out of Winnipeg, so he's known as CSL Winnipeg. And one of us are always live pretty much every weekend.
Also known as Winterpeg.
Winterpeg. Well, right now it's Calgary that's Winterpeg. We got some snow falling.
Had a little bit of a brain bubble there.
Yeah, little misstep there from John. That'll leave the cut on the 9 for Jeff to go up and back for the 10. And also in the Q Sports Live library, if you are new to Q Sports Live, either on Facebook or YouTube. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. And we've got, I would have to suspect, well over 10,000 different streams. Prior to COVID, we were live every weekend from some part of either Canada or the United States, and that would include, VNEA, Vegas, North Dakota for one of the pro events out there, and we were kind of everywhere. So, yeah, it's a ton of viewing, lots of different matches to go and have a look at. And Mr. Charles Blahat, how are you, sir? Our boys are doing well. They're over on one of the pool tables, smacking the balls around.
Sorry, guys. I don't know if you can hear the hamster on the wheel, but I'm trying to find the draw for you.
There, it's right there.
Oh,
Tracy
perfect.
just posted. Thank you, Tracy. I'll
Thanks,
pin that.
Tracy. So we are down to the final day of this event where we brought back 16 players today.
Oh, sorry, Jeff won that, didn't he? I think he's at 6
Yes.
on the hill.
And we have some great pool for you guys to watch today. This is just to kick us off. John
And a great
and
match
Jeff
to
on
kick
the-
us off with.
On the B side, yeah, we've got Ryan Murray and Kuhn Dow still on the B side also. Brady played Mark Vinogradov last night, so Brady's going to be back for the next round. Brady Gollin. And on the A side, if you didn't hear me say that earlier, the next A side match that we'll have starting off just after this one here, after this one finishes, we're going to start the day off with Stephen Holem versus Sean McKay. That's always a great match. Both amazing players.
And start us off, what that means is on the A side.
That's right.
This is our starter match, but to start us on the A side will be Sean McKay, Stephen Holem doing some battle.
We also have our very own Larry Walper versus Mason Mackey, Joe Spence, Sean Yee, Ben Francis, and who is Ben playing? Cannot remember who Ben is playing.
Not
I'll
sure.
have to look at the
I
bracket.
didn't get to look at the draw.
But fantastic players still on the A side. So lots of pool left for us today.
Look at Jeff. He's weaving his way through this rack. 2 to the 3 could be a little bit tricky here. We'll see whether he tries to go around or whether he just softs this in and just takes the cut. Nope, no soft here. Look at that. Splits the window between that 6-7. And probably 2 rails around the 9, 3 to the 5. Sounds good, Peter. We appreciate you tuning in again. We have some pretty loyal viewers here with Q Sports Live. We actually have quite a few. And, I haven't even looked as of late. I know we're creeping up on the 50,000 follower mark on Facebook. And I believe we're getting close to 10,000 on YouTube. So if you haven't done so, make sure you help us out and let's get over that 50K. Might be good on the 8. Doesn't want to get over the 9 ball, though. Gets a little bit hampered by the 9 ball, but not terrible. Look out. Draws himself into safety land. He is full horn hooked. Hey, you're welcome, Jarrett. Appreciate everybody tuning in, that's for certain. Yeah, how did Gorst play this?
We'll have to ask him next time we see him.
That's right. So here's how I like it is 2 rails. So you go into the bottom rail to the bottom left-hand corner, a ton of right-hand spin. So into the bottom rail, connect with the left-hand side rail, and that spin kicks into effect, and you can actually hit the 9 ball. That's my guy. Charles living it right. I didn't see what Jeff did there. How did he hit that? He just got...
He went,
I need more lessons from Gorst, he says.
to the bottom short rail. And good news, bad news. I mean, at least he hit it. That's probably more than what most could say or do.
Yeah, I mean the backspin on that shot's really tough to gauge, and he hit it perfect. I'm a fan of going the 2 rails with right hand spin, but that's me. But that's why I sit on this side and not out on that side.
Just another shout out to you guys will hear this a lot today.
Yeah, final
today
day.
is going to be the final day of the Black Friday sale, Jam Up Apparel. If you guys have your eye on anything, Jam Up, get it today. 25% off site-wide. Lots of great items to choose from. So if you ever were thinking about getting anything Jam Up, today is the day.
Well, we'll see if John can scratch another one back on his side. Jeff is on the hill, race to 7 on the 1 loss side.
Yeah, you need to close this gap here. Makes
a ball, gets in on the 1 ball. Look at this break. Now, if you could bottle that up, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, the 8 ball, 8, 9.
8 ball is going to be a little tricky, although it does go,
It
know,
does
if you end up
pass.
on the short side, goes
Yeah.
into the side or the corner,
Or the corner, yeah, bottom right.
but tricky.
It is, because you got to go from the 5 to the 7 ball and almost land perfect to either put the 7 into the top left or top right. And you've got to land perfect on that 7 in order to get to that 8 ball. Yikes.
All right, he's okay.
Yeah, that'll work.
A little bump. It's a little bump on the 5, just to hold it.
Just to say, hey, get the hell out of my way. I'm shooting over here. Touchy little shot here. Needs it to come over. Really well done. Not sure if that was what his intention was, but if it was, that worked out really well. 3 to the 5. I like just straight drawing back to where he's at now.
Ideally, maybe a little bit further towards this bottom right pocket, because that would give him a nice natural angle to the 6.
Yeah, I don't mind him going back either way, right? Whether you come short or dead straight on that 5 ball. Because if you overcook it and you draw too far, you can always draw off the 5 to go on top of the 6. Or if you don't get it quite enough, then you've always got underneath the 6 to get to the 7. Yeah, so he came short.
That's
so
all right. At least he's still got angle.
Yeah,
Right?
and he can go to either 2 rails or forward with right. A couple of different ways that you can go and attack it.
What I don't like about landing straight is that you always have to force something to happen.
Well, yeah,
you know,
you can slow roll that if
just
you
roll
if you
up,
got,
I guess. Yeah.
But
I
here
I
he's
prefer
got
to use the natural angles.
yeah he's got too much angle to roll this up for sure. He's either going to have to put right hand spin on the cue ball, come off the bottom rail, and go to the left side of the table and go on top of the 6 ball, or he can draw this out 2 rails, and same result. He's going to be on top of the 6.
Well, he did that nicely.
Yeah.
Might have to go 2 rails again for shape on the 7.
I actually
Top right.
I like just drawing straight off that 6 to the right hand side of the table, to that right rail, about 2 diamonds up, and that gives you a really nice angle on that 7 to go underneath for the 8.
Yeah, so Grant's saying 1 rail.
Just draw straight across the table.
What I actually like about coming the 2 rails is that you kind of take this scratch into the corner pocket out of the equation. Right? Because if you mishit that 6 and you slide right into this corner pocket, I mean, it's possible.
Yep.
Right? But if you do the 2 rails, you come off the short rail to the right side long
Yeah.
rail and come back this way.
I'm saying avoid all of that and just off that 6, just draw straight across the table.
Personal preference.
Yeah, for sure. And listen, there's 100 different ways that you can get out on a table. It's really how you feel at the table and what your cue style and how you hit it is like.
Okay, so John saw something totally different than either of us.
No, that's exactly what I was saying.
Right?
He just didn't come far enough, in my opinion. Right?
Well, I mean, I guess you're kind of like, you're damned if you do, damned if you don't, because if you slide over too far, then you don't have that shot on the 7. Right? You don't want to be hampered by the 9 in any way.
Yeah, I think with the angle of where he was shooting that 6, just
a few
draw.
more, a few more inches would have been ideal, but
Yep,
I mean, you're talking about landing pin perfect, which is tough to do sometimes.
it is, yeah. And you're correct, Charles, the table's playing just perfect.
We are very spoiled here in Calgary. We've got a couple of pool halls that have, premier equipment. There's not much that we're lacking here.
Went a little too far, I think. I don't know if the 8 passes the 9 to that left-hand side pocket. And if it does, you really have to watch the scratch into that bottom right-hand corner. At least from the cut angle that I see on the screen. Whether that brings him into that right-hand corner or not, that's for him to know. Does he get away with it? He certainly does.
Wow.
Puts Jeff in jail. 9 ball. A beach ball.
Yeah, Jeff's got the kick here, but I mean,
It's a hit and a hope, right? I mean, the percentages of making this, really it's 50-50. You're either going to make it or you're not. Nicely done. Does Jeff get to get away with it?
no.
A little bit. It's a tougher back cut when you're cutting that 8 ball into the blind pocket.
I'm cutting the 8 ball here.
Yeah, it's blind. Right? You're looking, your focus is here. Right? That's a blind pocket. But not, I mean, it's not terrible.
I think it could have been much, much worse.
Yeah, he could see none of the 8.
Yeah, he could have no available pocket, but I mean, he's got some options here.
He does. Is there a case to play safe? I don't think so. Not from there. I'm just trying to look live at his angles.
Play the safety and just hit the 8 fairly straight and roll up onto the 9 ball. Leave the 8 ball on this top.
To the heart. That'll work.
He just decided to go for it.
Yeah. And I like that. When you're down 6-2, sometimes you don't take the back door. You got to come in and kick the front door down. Take control. Yeah, nicely done. Really, really well done. Staving off execution, Mr. John Savoy is. Mr. Wanless on the hill. And John, some big ups to him in this event. He is one of the tournament directors, helping out, making sure the tournament runs smoothly. So always tough to do. Steph knows all about that, trying to play and run a tournament. Sometimes can be very taxing on the mind.
I usually choose to not play in any event that I run. It's just too much.
It is.
And I'm not 100% focused if I play, because I'm always wondering about why is nobody playing on that table? Is there a table coming up? These guys are on the hill.
Yeah.
There's too many people around this table. You know, everything is a distraction. So I typically choose not to.
Yeah. So big ups to John for sure, pulling the double duty, being a player and a tournament director. In combination with Jeff.
There's a few of us here this weekend, so
Yeah, there's
I've been helping out. Larry's been helping out. Michelle's
Yeah.
been helping out.
yeah, which
kind
is
of like-
perfect. And you know what? I hope the players appreciate that because you know the tournament director often is a thankless job, and it's run really, really smooth this weekend. Scratch off the break. It's tricky to start. Going from 1 to 2 can be a little bit tricky. 1 to the right-hand side pocket. And oh, he's going to play the combo. What do I know? I would just play the 1 to that right-hand side pocket and leave the angle to get into the 2. And from 2 to the 3, 4, 5, everything is wide open.
That was risky.
It was.
My mind immediately goes to all those memes that you see on the internet
Yep,
about like you
yep.
get ball in hand and you choose to go take the combo and your teammates are like, "What are you doing?"
Yep.
That worked out well though.
Every time I've ever started with a combo, it has never ended well.
I feel like you're just always fighting to get back on track.
So we'll see if Jeff, a little bit of back and forth, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 10, all back and forth. But I'll tell you what, you know, even though he one strokes that cue ball, he's pretty accurate. I would tend to think that if Jeff had more time to spend on the table, he'd be a pretty deadly player. Oh, little funny there. May have to check that side rail and back out. Draw with left-hand spin. Like so. Pretty well executed for a 1 pump. Nothing to do here. Pot the 7 straight back. He put some inside on it. Didn't want to be on the rail, but I think he'll be okay. Nice little smooth up. Oh no, ultimate disaster. But he got away with it.
Oh,
He gets
my
away with
God.
Moira.
John Savoy is thinking really bad things right now.
Well, here's the thing, though, okay? If you're in John's shoes, that's definitely almost 100% unfinished. So the fact that he even gets to approach the table, I don't care what the shot's like.
True.
It's a free shot.
You weren't supposed to be at the
You're
table.
never supposed to be at the table there. So I'll definitely take the kick on this. Or you could go behind the 10. Left-hand spin. Off the rail, back cut the 8.
I don't know if there's enough room.
Oh, there's not. I'm looking live. On the camera, it looks like there is. Looks like there's tons of room to go behind,
it's-
but
that 10 ball's way too much in the way.
the live angle is tight to do that.
I think if it's me here,
Oh my goodness, he is doing it.
if it's me here, I'm going for the kick off the left-hand side rail, hoping to hit it perfect to make the 8 off the short rail and for it to come back to the bottom of the table and leave the cue ball rail to rail.
Did
you know?
Did you just see what he called there?
No.
He's going. Oh, okay. Okay, good. So he changed his mind. He's not going behind the 10 now. He's going to 1 rail kick off the left side rail and cut it to the top right. I thought he was going behind the 10, back cut bank on the 8. Yeah, good effort. And gets away with it. Gets away
Genius.
with
Oh,
it.
I don't know. Jeff might have the edge of that 8 ball to cut it in. And
I
Jeff's
don't-
been cutting these in like
Yeah,
a
he's-
ninja all
yeah.
day.
I would have to agree. If he doesn't have the edge, I like the 1 rail kick, bank, 10 to the top right.
Is there enough space? Oh yeah.
Look
he's-
at just 1 strokes it in. Hey? Like it's a hanger. Yeah, I bank not too shabby either, Charles. I'm just
He doesn't want it. He doesn't want it.
wow. A gift. A gift from from Jeff.
Okay, we're gonna hang around
Wow.
for another game.
Wow. And of course, John will graciously accept a hang ball or a hanging
Yes,
10 ball.
Absolutely. Just a heads up, guys. Steven and Sean are both warming up. They know that we're just waiting for this stream to end here to get going on the A side again.
Wow.
So it will not be long after this stream that we'll come back with the A side match.
I'm stunned. Cuts the eyes off the 8.
That shot's
Comes
got Jeff
around,
talking to himself over
comes
here.
ar- yeah.
I can just hear him mumbling. Your focus needs more focus.
So it'll be interesting to see if Jeff gets down on another 10, whether he one strokes or whether he takes his time this time.
To Jeff's credit, they just returned from Puerto Rico, I believe, late Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
So they've really had one day of recovery. Not even.
Yeah.
I mean, when you come back from a trip like that and you're landing at like 1 o'clock in the morning, you're not getting to sleep until like 3
Well,
or
I
4.
think they were there for like 2 weeks too.
Yeah, and time difference.
Yeah,
So
3 hours ahead of us.
3 hours ahead of us, and you're coming back and you have to do laundry and you're exhausted, and you're back with picking up your animals from the in-laws or the grandparents' house, and so
Okay.
he's not back on track yet.
So we're in the exact same position. John scratches on the break. Jeff's got ball in hand. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Jared, Sean McKay.
Sean McKay, Stephen Holem coming up on the stream next. That'll be our A-side match to start us off on that side today.
He got a little straight on this. We'll see if he can force this over.
Well, he forced it over.
He sure did.
But he got fortunate with the window.
Yeah, well, and he's sitting really good angle on the 3. Just float over to where the 6 ball is for the 4 ball next. Nice little draw up the table for the 5. Kind of chopped at that. He's funny. He's funny on the 6 or on the 5 ball.
He's been cutting these in all day.
Oh,
he just went for the defensive shot.
But left it wide open.
Yeah, I don't mind it.
He's wide open on the 6 or on the 5. John
Does
gets. Oh yeah, he's full make. He's in for sure.
Are you sure?
I looked down the barrel. A little bit of left-hand spin on the cue ball. 5 ball to the top left-hand corner. Shoot the gap underneath the 8 ball. He's in for sure. Maybe he got there.
Yeah, it's tough. Looks tight on the screen.
Yeah, I kind of like going in there with that left-hand spin and go underneath, just play to that left side rail. But
Well, I got down on it pretty quick. Maybe
yeah,
he still got it.
I think he's in there.
Okay, so I'm not sure if the 9 ball passes the 10, so he might have to just be cognizant of shape on the 9. It does go to the top right or top left corner. Does it pass? He's having a look at it. He's squinting real hard, so which says to me, just go to the left.
Yeah, little bit tricky. It's not ultimately terrible.
The rest of the A-side matches have started. They are underway. Joe Spence versus Raynon Corrales. Ben Francis is playing Mason Mackey, all the way in from Chilliwack. And Larry Walper and Sean Yee. Those are our 8 on the A side. So those 3 matches have started, and as soon as this stream here ends, we will come back with Sean McKay and Stephen Holem.
Little bit tricky on the angle here with the 9 ball. If he just plays straight tops, he's going to hit that 9 full in the face. Both heading in the same direction towards that right side rail.
I think that if I know I'm going into it, I'm just making sure that I hit it with the right speed so that I'm not...
Oh, well done.
Yeah, that was really nice. Just push it to the rail.
Cheated. He actually had to cheat that pocket a little bit to come on top of that 10. Yeah.
All right,
well
we're closing the
done.
gap here. Closing the gap.
And I'm fairly certain you're going to see John take a little bit off the break and try to keep the cue ball on the table.
Just want to give out a quick little shout out to Turtle Racks because
Yeah, huge.
they are my favorite template rack. I don't know if you guys have had a chance to try these ones, but for a while since they've come out, it has been my favorite template rack. I prefer them over the Magic Racks. I find that the Magic Racks, just the material it's made out of, once it's creased, it's kind of much done because it's a little bit of a harder plastic. The Outsville racks are more of a cloth, so the balls tend to not spread off the break as well, or they come back and they sit on the rack, so you have to move the balls to replace it off the Outsville or the Magic Racks. But I find with just the shape of the Turtle Racks, the balls will come off it fairly easily and then not sit on it as much. I mean, it's not that it never happens, but it's minimal. And the material that it's made out of is a little bit more malleable, so if you crease it, you can kind of rub it out a little bit easier. It's a little bit more bendy, a little bit more softer plastic.
Interesting play here. I wonder if Jeff is going to chip the right side of the 2 and make the 9.
Carom the 9, yeah.
Yeah. Tricky out here for Mr. Wanless. Uh-oh. Go for the short stick.
Lost the cue ball.
Where's the cue ball going?
Catching some airtime here.
Good
Up
contact. Look out 10.
Over pretty quick.
Look out 10. Does he take the back cut 210 combo to get hill? I think given the options, that's the shot.
Carom. I don't know.
Oh, Carom's tight. I think you have to. Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
That's a really tight.
I don't know.
Really tight Carom. Oh, yes, we are definitely. My name's not Steph, but I'll answer for her. Yeah, we're definitely snowing. It got cold, and it's going to get colder all week.
Yeah, it was snowing when we left the house this morning at about 10, quarter to 11.
And we're going into the deep freeze, too.
Full week ahead, -20 weather.
So he decides to play
The safety.
somewhat of a safety, but I think you could have attempted the back cut to win and played the 2-way with the safety.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I think that was a free shot at a hill.
At a quick win.
Yeah. Yeah. And now Jeff's saying, all right, let's see your jump.
Yeah.
See what you got.
So John didn't get the 2 ball covered and left Jeff full view of the 2, which was easier to play a safety. So now John's in a tougher position, and I don't know. John's not much of a jumper.
I was going to, well, even if he was, I mean, you're jumping from downtown.
Yeah, but I just
Oh, look at
anytime
this.
that there's a jump, I see John playing a
Yeah.
bank shot or a kick shot or something like that.
Which is no big deal. Jeff's got to watch out here. What you don't want is to put that 2 anywhere near in proximity to the 10. And again, John, he's got the chance.
I like just playing keep away with this 2 ball. I would just try to bank it off that top rail wide and leave the cue ball 2 ball rail to rail.
Maybe we won't be bringing that match. They're itching to get going.
Well, you know what? I was just kind of
We can
thinking,
join in late.
Yeah, we can start late on that match. I
Yeah.
mean, we're almost done here. So I'm just gonna let them know that they
Yeah.
can start. And we'll just
Yeah, we'll join in. We'll join in late.
yeah, yeah. You're good. We'll just flip over once later.
Good call. Doesn't want that to sit up. It's sitting dressed. John with the chance to bring this to a hill. Full in on the 2 ball, underneath the 4 for the 3 in the same pocket as where the 10 is hanging out. 3 to the 4, 4, 5, 5, 6. See, she's not terrible, I'll tell you. It's lending itself to go hill, Steph.
I see that. Landed pretty straight here on this 3 ball. So what do you do here? Do you just roll up, draw back on this 3 for the 4?
Yep. You want to draw back just about to where you're at now.
Yeah.
Even a little shy of that is fine. You just have to watch drawing back into that left
Yeah,
side
I was
pocket.
just gonna say.
Oh, he pumps it.
Oh,
Look out.
no.
Disaster. Disaster. He tried to force the angle instead of the drawback.
A little bit of a brain bubble there. That might cost him.
That's why she's the boss. She is the boss. I'm just the janitor. My claim to fame is I don't know nothing, I never have, and I never will.
I'm going to put that on a T-shirt
Yep,
for you.
that's okay. It's my claim to fame, man. Oh, no. Oh, no.
All right, well, that's all right. We're
Yeah,
a little
he's
bit
still
of a climactic
yeah,
ending.
He's all right. He
to
might make
this match.
He could make the 10 here, too.
This could be all she wrote for this match, or we could be going into Hill.
What he doesn't want to do is make the 10. That's what he doesn't want. Oh, no.
He's going to give John one more swing at it.
no.
One more swing at
He
it.
doesn't want it.
I don't know if you guys heard that squeal in the background. That is Jeff.
Yeah, realizing, what have I done?
How did I get here? Happens to the best of us.
Yeah, and here's my opinion. Just add one extra pump to your stroke. Just take
Well,
your
that's
time.
what guy is saying on Facebook. Jeff's aim doesn't really get affected because with his one pump shots because he lines up so good, but his spin and weight suffer, which is I can see how that happens.
First,
Neither of them want it.
wow. I think Jeff is now going to say enough is enough is enough. Draw the 6 to the top side of the right-hand side pocket. Draw off the 7 for the 10. Call her a done match. Doesn't want to be straight.
Don't be straight, he says.
The ones.
And then he drops an F-bomb.
Yep.
So that just lets you know where we're at with this.
The one spot he does not want to be is straight. What are the Calcutta amounts? You know what? I'm not really sure.
Well,
We
for
have
one thing,
player meetings
we
instead of
don't
Calcuttas.
do
Wow.
Calcuttas because the ALGC frowns upon those.
Especially here in Canada.
So we don't do those. However, the winnings of the players meeting that we had, I believe was I think it pays top 4. 14-9. Hang on, sorry. 14-9, 5 and 3. I think is how the spread went.
Do we get Hill? We do so.
Oh my gosh.
Would you thunk it?
I never would have thunk it. Jeff had this 6-1,
Yeah.
5-1, 5-1, 6-1. And now we're at Hill.
Will you tell Jeff there's no shot clock? Listen, if there's one player on the face of the planet that doesn't have to worry about a shot clock, that's Jeff. Right? But here's the thing, right? You live by the sword, you die by the sword. Right? And that's just the style of play. And when I'll tell you what, when Jeff gets on a roll, it's like a juggernaut.
I'm putting that on his t-shirt.
Right? Because if he gets in stroke and is on his game, it's over before you know it.
Yeah. Lightning quick.
It is so the truth, guy. He sure did crawl in the window. John crawls in the window and make it hit. And look at the break. Does he get the reward from the 1?
2 ball rolling in the pocket. Gone.
You know what? It's not bad. It's not bad. 3 is a little bit tricky. You might have to play the 3-8 combo. But take the 1 ball. I like going up and back. Right? You've got nice natural angle. Nothing to do. Play straight tops on the 1 ball. Cut it into the bottom right-hand corner. All the way up table off the top rail and back out. Maybe, you know, in line with the side pocket. If you were to draw a line from that left side pocket to the 3 ball, that's where I want the cue ball to be. Oh, for sure, Laura, you've got to know that it's certainly in Jeff's head. Right?
And this is the B-side, so this is tournament life.
This is for elimination.
Going into, I think, let me just think about this before I say it. But yeah, this is the bubble.
Is this the money bubble too?
This is the bubble. We're paying top 12.
Yikes. Inside and take 310.
It always hurts. It always stings a little bit more when you go out on the bubble.
He might have underhit this. He certainly did. That's why so he put a little bit of right-hand spin on that. I just like straight top. Just go up and back. It was natural angle. But we'll see how he plays this. You're in tough. Do you go off the kind of the bottom side? Does he have the room? Go off the bottom of the 3 and take the cue ball off the top rail in behind the 8 ball?
Between the 3 and the 10, you mean?
Yeah, come just chip the what is the top side of the 3. Chip the top side of the 3 and just send the cue ball to the top rail and behind the 8.
It looks...
It's touchy.
It's tight on the screen, but on live on the table here, it looks like there's a fairly big gap. You know, maybe four inches or so.
He is still looking at that 3-8 combination. You just have to watch out for that side pocket. It's deceiving because it looks like the 6 is in the way, but it's most definitely not. You'd be hard pressed to even be able to draw off the 3 into the 6 if you're playing that cut, the 3-8 combo. Looking at the bank. So he is looking, he's exploring all of his options. I think, in my opinion, the safest bet is to chip that top side of the 3 and just use that 8-ball as a
I don't know. Is he thinking about calling and playing the combo?
I mean, he looked at it. I'm not a fan because you kind of lose the cue ball a little bit. He definitely tried to play it.
Two-way.
I think it is a two-way. I don't think Jeff has the 3. What he does have is off the rail, off the 3, and carom into the 8. That shot's there.
No, he's got the full 3.
Does he?
Yeah, I think so. Oh, no, he didn't. He didn't. He just got down on that so fast, I just assumed. I forgot who I was talking about.
Yeah.
I forgot.
Well, we'll see what John decides to do here. I don't think there's really any advantage of trying to make a shot here.
I like actually just rolling this 3-ball, tightening it up to the 10. He was a little light on it. Would have been a little bit nicer to be like
frozen to the
backside of the 10. Yeah, that always eliminates way more options. But I mean, this isn't terrible.
I actually like Jeff going 2 rails. Yeah, 2 rails and kick behind for the 3 to the bottom right-hand corner by the 9. Going to 2 rails makes that 3 really, really big. And kind of, sort of, semi gets away with it. He's going to be treetop by the 10 ball.
That always makes things a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, it certainly does.
Jacked up. Score update, Joe Spence versus Raynon Corrales. It is tied at 1-1.
I can't see what Ben's match is at. Let me see if I can stand up and see. Looks like 2-1 in favor of Ben Francis.
It's Ben Francis versus Mason Mackey.
Can we see the score of Dean versus Gunner? Let me see. It is 6-5. I'm just not
6-5 for somebody over somebody.
Yeah. For Dean, 6-5 Dean over Gunner. And we have a 6-3 score, Kuhn Dow, and I'm not sure who his opponent is.
I think Kuhn was playing Ryan. Ryan, did you win? No go. So our friend Ryan Murray.
What about
not
Sean?
Victorious against Kuhn Dow.
Sean McKay. It is 1-0 Stephen Holem over Sean McKay.
We'll tune into that match as soon as
as soon as
this
this
one
one's done.
finishes up. Both Sean and Stephen were biting at the bullet to get started, so we decided to not wait for them to start. So
yeah, they were chomping at the bit.
They are underway, and we'll just tune in with them after this one.
John is looking really good here.
Okay, but every time we say that, something happens.
Yeah, nothing to do here. Make the 7.
I do like his chances here. 8 ball's a hanger.
Yeah, but 8 to the 10 when the ball is into the pocket like that does make it a little bit tricky.
Well, he's got to come all the way down for the 9 ball.
Yeah, that's what makes it tricky.
You said 8 to the 10.
No.
Okay.
Make the 7, and it makes it really tricky when that 8 ball is sitting in the jaws like that. I would have preferred the draw there just to shorten up that line.
Yeah.
But he's not. I mean, he's not terrible here. Cut in the 8 ball, just straight cut it, but don't put over top on it. If you put too much top, that's where it tends to grab on the way out, and you lose a lot of the momentum coming out.
I would have preferred to roll up on that 7 and come off the bottom rail to come back center table to leave yourself some natural angle.
Nice.
He worked this out pretty good, though.
Yeah, he's okay.
Something about 1,000 ways to skin a cat, something like that.
Yeah, right.
Matt Wood said the shot was chip off the 3 cue ball 2 rails behind. I'm a little bit behind. Sorry, we just saw your comment. But I think that's you're not wrong there either, Matt.
Oh, he's going to end up dead nut perfect.
Oh my goodness.
Doo, doo, doo.
Just not happy. And if I say,
Wow. Wow, the fist pump and everything. Wow.
He's so happy.
He is crazy. Look at that. Look at that. Congratulations, John Savoy, coming from the basement to take the win. So we are going to do a quick shutdown restart real quick, and we will join Sean McKay, Stephen Holem already in action. Don't go far, guys. If you haven't done so yet, make sure you hit the like button on Facebook, subscribe on YouTube, turn your notifications on. That way you get notified when we do come back. On behalf of myself, Stephanie Toy, and the rest of the Q Sports Live team, we'll be back here in just a few minutes. Don't go far.
Sean McKay, Stephen Holem. That was so rude. I just want to say that.